Howdy partners, and welcome back once again to the WrestleForce Control Center. I'm Brett Wolverton. WrestleForce will be wrangling in Showdown in the Falls 2 on Saturday, June 15th from the Calhoun Falls Charter School in Calhoun Falls, South Carolina. Action to get underway at 7 p.m. for this exciting event. In the main event, the Stampede Battle Royal makes its return. Last year, 20 WrestleForce stars entered the arena to compete in the inaugural Stampede event. This year, we've upped the ante and added an additional 10 numbers to the match, meaning that 30 of the top superstars from WrestleForce and around the Southeast will be trying to get their names on the dotted line to be a part of this year's Battle Royal. In the Stampede, superstars will draw numbers 1 through 30. At the start of the match, the superstars that drew numbers 1 and 2 will start off. Once the bell rings, another superstar will enter at a predetermined interval. This will continue until all 30 participants have entered the Stampede. Elimination occurs only when a superstar is thrown over the top rope with both feet touching the floor. The last superstar remaining after all 29 other superstars have been eliminated will earn a guaranteed contract for a match against the WrestleForce champion, whoever it may be, at any time they choose within the next 365 days. A few of the superstars that are already confirmed for this year's Stampede include one half of the Flock and former WCW superstar Sick Boy, the Midnight Sun Caleb Conley, making his return to WrestleForce the Mysterious Beast, Pete Casa, from the swamps of Bontemps, Louisiana, the mysterious Dr. Creo. The Inspiration Brady Pierce has also signed on for the Stampede Battle Royal. If you were in attendance at Revenge, you saw the assault Team Impact Wrestling directed towards the arm and shoulder of Pierce, almost rendering him unable to compete in Extreme Warfare. He has said that he will be in action at Showdown in the Falls 2, but will he be medically cleared to compete come June 15th? Another superstar looking to turn the Showdown in the Falls Stampede into his golden opportunity is Drolix. Drolix was the winner of the very first Proving Ground match in WrestleForce and now looks to make his mark at Showdown in the Falls 2 with a victory and go on to the WrestleForce Championship. More entrants in the Stampede include Anthony Henry. Mr. Match of the Night took WrestleForce champion Chase Stevens to the limit in a non-title match at Revenge before coming up just shy of victory over the champion. He would love to have another opportunity at proving he deserves to be the WrestleForce champ. Also added to the Stampede, Brandon Paradise. Making his WrestleForce debut, the unique Oliver Grimsley, and a man who without a doubt is going into Stampede with the biggest bullseye in his back, Juggernaut John Malice. Malice turned his back on his longtime friend, the Southern Savior John Schuyler, inside the steel cage at Revenge, costing Team WrestleForce the Extreme Warfare victory over Impact Wrestling. What was the reason behind his action? In my capacity as a broadcast journalist, I'm hoping to have the opportunity to speak with Juggernaut John Malice in the very near future and hopefully get his side of the story as to this recent change of heart. So keep an eye out to this YouTube channel, WrestleForce.net, and of course, WrestleForce Television. It can now be confirmed that Tim Dixon has signed the Salem Sinner 6 to a spot in the Battle Royal. As you saw on the Showdown in the Falls promotional reel, Six demanded a match against Chase Stevens for the WrestleForce Championship. But Commissioner Dixon could only offer him a position in the Stampede Battle Royal along with 29 other men. Now that contracts have been signed, we can announce that Six will be making his official in-ring WrestleForce return in the 30-man spectacular. Historically, the number a wrestler draws for a Stampede is not known until the countdown reaches 0 and the superstar enters the ring. However, this year, a single shootout will allow us to know before the start of the Stampede which superstar has drawn number 1 and which superstar has drawn number 30. This year, 2 superstars selected at random, and as a result of the drawing, Cedric Alexander will go one-on-one with Vordell Walker in a match that could be make or break for either athlete, as the winner of the match will have the biggest advantage going into the 30-man Stampede, as they will earn lucky number 30. On the other hand, the wrestler that goes down in defeat will be given the starting position at the Battle Royal at number 1 and have to contend with all 29 other athletes if they want to walk out victorious in the Stampede. A tournament was held recently in Maryland with the winner receiving a spot in this year's Stampede event. Once the smoke cleared, the man left standing was Rich Myers. Ramblin' Rich is a veteran of the Mat Wars and was a fixture on WWE television in the early to mid-90s. He looks to add WrestleForce Gold to his trophy case, and if he wants to do it, a victory in the Stampede Battle Royal would be a great start. As you can see, only a handful of superstars have been announced for the Stampede. That leaves plenty of open slots. As a result, for the first time ever, all WrestleForce superstars, with the exception of the WrestleForce champion, are eligible to compete. Who knows what returns we could see from some of the superstars that have appeared in WrestleForce past events, and who knows who has been signed recently to contracts that could very well be making their debut on June 15th. Fans, this is why the Stampede Battle Royal is without a doubt one of my favorite events of the year. It's simply unpredictable. The action in the WrestleForce women's division heats up as Jessie Kay tangles with Darcy Dixon. These two ladies are no stranger to one another, having battled at All or Nothing. Darcy Dixon was victorious in that initial encounter, and on June 15th, Jessie Kay looks to even the score. After months of point series matches, the WrestleForce Tag Team Series has reached its conclusion, and we have our top 4 tag teams. At Showdown in the Falls 2, these 4 teams will compete in a one-night tournament to crown the first WrestleForce Tag Team Champions. No longer about points, this is all about the gold. In the first semi-final round match, we will see a huge rematch from Revenge as Playboy's House of Style, the Modern Classic BJ Hancock, and Mr. A-List Michael Freely, under the tutelage of the fabulous Playboy Bob Keller, look to score a victory over the team that defeated them at Revenge, the Fortunate Sons, Jesse Wyndham and Billy Brash. Every match these two teams have been in with each other have been fantastic, and we expect this to be no different. This time, though, it's a spot in the finals up for grabs. The other semi-final match in the tag team title tournament will see the Love-Hate Machine team of Stephen the Fever Walters and the Southern Savior John Schuyler taking on the Twisted Metal Rebels. Schuyler and Walters have been on top of the rankings during almost the entire tag team series. Both are on a roll after recent international tours, and with a summer run coming up for the Love-Hate Machine team in the United Kingdom, they would love to represent WrestleForce as the first tag team champions during that tour. Don't forget, Schuyler is no stranger to tournaments, having been crowned the first WrestleForce champion in a tournament just last year. The Twisted Metal Rebels could very well be a wild card in this tournament, as we are not sure which 2 members of the 3-man team will be in the tournament. Hammer, Hex, and Horn have established twisted rules, which means any 2 can compete at any time. This could be a problem for the other teams in the tournament, as in theory, Hammer and Hex could team up in the semifinals, and Horn and Hammer could compete in the finals if they get past the Love-Hate Machine. We'll have to see how this works out at Showdown in the Falls 2. The WrestleForce Championship will be on the line as well on June 15th, as WrestleForce champion Chase Stevens, revealed at Revenge to be the mastermind behind Team Impact Wrestling, will defend his title against the pride of Calhoun Falls, country strong Hoss Haygood. Haygood is the only superstar in WrestleForce to score a victory over Chase Stevens since Chase captured the WrestleForce Championship. The last time these two squared off, Stevens was counted out of the ring, awarding a victory but not the WrestleForce title to Haygood. On June 15th, Country Strong looks to make it 2-0 against Stevens, and this time bring home the WrestleForce title in front of family and friends in Calhoun Falls. Going into Showdown in the Falls, Chase Stevens will have surpassed the Southern Savior John Schuyler as the longest reigning WrestleForce champion. We know that Stevens has the support of Impact Wrestling. Will they be in his corner at Showdown in the Falls 2? Will more members of Impact Wrestling be revealed? Anything can happen at a WrestleForce event, so you do not want to miss this. Advance tickets for Showdown in the Falls 2 can be purchased on our website, WrestleForce.net. I assure you, you will want to get these tickets as soon as you can, because you will not want to miss a single moment of the biggest battle royal in WrestleForce history, as well as the crowning of the first WrestleForce Tag Team Champions. Wrangle up your family and brand Saturday, June 15th onto your calendar as Showdown in the Falls 2 charges into Calhoun Falls, South Carolina. For more information, make sure to check us out online at WrestleForce.net, on Facebook at Facebook.com/WrestleForce, and of course, follow us on Twitter at WrestleForce. For the Control Center, I'm Brett Wolverton saying I'll see you at Showdown in the Falls 2.